And so then my next step is to get beyond myself. And our research shows that if you take your attention off your body, you become nobody. If you take your attention off people in your life, you become no one. If you take your attention off the things you own, you're in nothing. If you take your attention off the place you have to go, you're in nowhere. If you take your attention off of time, you're in no time. That's the moment you become pure consciousness. That's the moment that you all of a sudden start connecting to that unified field or that quantum field that I talk about. So I go as deep as I can into that unified field, and I keep surrendering deeper and deeper into it, because the more I connect to it, the more whole I feel. And now I'm in the place where all things manifest from. So then from there, it just depends on what I want. I may change my energy and tune into the potential of a mystical experience, or I may create a new opportunity. I don't know, whatever it is I'm working on, or just whatever I choose to do it. And then I sustain that for a period of time, and then I surrender it to a greater mind, and get up ready to have my day be unusual and different. I challenge myself to deeper and deeper degrees. I mean, look, when you heal yourself, the next question is, can I heal another person?
What else can I do? Yeah.
And then it's a great question. What else can I do? And so I think it's methodical. So I'm passionate about it. I do it quite a bit. I have created amazing things in my life. Some things people wouldn't even believe. But I'm not the only one. I mean, there's so many students in our work that got it down. So for me, there's not a whole lot of things that I want material. I mean, I've had a lot of material things, and it doesn't really change you. What I really want are those profound mystical moments that just your jaw drops and you just go, wow, I got this all wrong. Wow, I got to really rethink life again. And I love those moments because some conditioning tends to be removed, some veil tends to be taken away, and you get a clearer view of the spectrum of the way life is. So I love those mystical experiences, because when I have those, experience enriches the brain, and experience produces emotion. So after one of those events, it creates a long-term memory, and when you come back to your senses, now you have the circuits in place to perceive a broader spectrum of reality, because now your brain is wired to perceive what's always existed, but you didn't have the neurocircuitry in place to perceive it. So whether it's an out-of-body experience, whether it's an interdimensional experience, whether it's a lucid, very profound moment where you're connecting to your soul, I mean, it goes on and on and on, and you only need to taste of one of those, and you're not so interested in Justin Bieber or Donald Trump. You know, you might be interested in just something else. I spend so much time working on mystical experiences. Right now I'm working on something completely different, but if I were to get back into the mystical, I would wake up at 4 a.m, because that's the time when melatonin is at its height, and that's the raw materials to create all those other metabolites. So I still wake up very early to do my meditation, but my intent is not to create those mystical experiences, although many times I have them, and I'm not trying to have them. It's just the door that opens for me, and I just kind of run with it. But I love the mystical because it's so intangible, and yet it's so real, and I just love the concept. And I want to be really clear that the mystical is just one realm. But look, I mean, I'm not the type of person that's going to ask you to talk about your childhood. I'm not the type of person that's going to ask you, to bring up issues from the past. I don't think it's as important. What's important is the emotion.
Okay.
So the emotion is the residue. It's the end product chemically of an experience. So if a person is living by the same emotion every single day, it means they're connected to their past, right? So when they work on overcoming the emotion and they learn how to get beyond it, the memory without the emotional charge is called wisdom, and that's the name of the game. So I never really care about the incident. It's incidental.
Okay.
What I care about is the emotion. So when a person comes up against their emotional belief and they think they can't go any further, and then they go a little further, just like at training, and when they have that breakthrough, they get downloads. We see it on brain scans when we measure it on the brain during meditation. All of a sudden, they'll get a download of information, and I know that person is downloading information about themselves, something really profound, and you'll see them well up emotionally. You'll see them feel something like something really profound that's just happened to them. That to me is worth all the gold in the world, because that person in that moment is not only having an insight, they're getting an upgrade biologically. They're connecting to something, and the download is so profound. It's not coming from their memory bank, it's coming from the field. And that field of information that's being downloaded into their nervous system is really reorganizing who they are. So I love the idea of a person getting beyond themselves, and then when they get beyond themselves, to be open to however it's going to happen. I mean, if you try to reproduce it, you're going to be in trouble because you can't. You just got to have an intention, and you have to surrender. And there's got to be that delicate balance between intention and surrender. If you over-intend, you're trying. If you over-surrender, you're lazy and lethargic. It's that kind of razor's edge where you just got to have an intention and keep surrendering it to a greater mind and keep trusting and just being open to the unknown. And then, boy, when you hit pay dirt, then all of a sudden it's always relevant to you because you're the one that's doing, you're the one that's making the effort. And that's when it transcends psychotherapy, it transcends pharmaceuticals. Your nervous system is the best pharmacist in the world anyway. All of a sudden, you start feeling amazing, and then all of a sudden, you look back at your past and you say, "I don't want to change anything. I understand why I had to have that experience. Now I'm free." That's the moment that we're all waiting for, or at least we're creating.